देखते हैं तुम हो कौन।
मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, मैं हूँ नेथन मेलोन।
नेथन?
हाँ, और ब्रेट।
मैं हूँ मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट।
लाइट ऑन करो।
हाँ।
मैं यहाँ क्या कर रहा हूँ?
सर, यही पता करने हम यहाँ आए हैं।
शायद मैंने किसी को यहाँ देखा।
सर, ये तो पॉसिबल नहीं है। अगर कोई यहाँ आता तो हमें पता चल जाता। आपने शायद फिर कोई सपना देखा होगा।
हाँ, वो, लेकिन वो रियल भी था। मैंने खिड़की से बाहर देखा तो कोई वहां पर था। आई एम सॉरी बॉयज। मैं उठाता हूं। वापस घर में जाता हूं।
ठीक है
सर।
नहीं, मैं ठीक हूं। सॉरी बॉयज।
हमें ये पक्का करना चाहिए कि घर में और बारूद ना हो।
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं कर सकते।
जब मैं यहाँ आया था तो मैं उनके लिए गोली खाने के लिए तैयार था, ना कि उनसे।
तुम चिंता मत करो, वो ठीक हो जाएंगे। ठीक है?
जब ऑफिस में थे तब भी ऐसे ही थे?
नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं।
मिस्टर बांस को कॉल करना चाहिए।
मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, आपको डिसीजन लेना ही होगा सर। पिछले 5 हफ्तों से इंटेलिजेंस एस्ट्रोविया में इस लैब के कंस्ट्रक्शन पर नजर रख रही है और अब ये बनकर तैयार होने वाली है।
क्या हम इस बारे में श्योर हैं जैस्पर?
नहीं सर, हम श्योर नहीं हैं।
रिपोर्ट्स के मुताबिक फोटोग्राफ्स में जो लैब है वो अगले 48 आवर्स में पूरी तरह से ऑपरेशनल हो जाएगी सर।
उनके मुताबिक, पर अभी तक कंफर्म नहीं है।
हम कंफर्मेशन का वेट करते रहेंगे और एस्ट्रोविया के पास कुछ ही दिनों में फिसल यूरेनियम होगा।
अगर रिपोर्ट सही हुई तो?
ये अगर बहुत बड़ा है।
हाँ सर है, लेकिन हमें यकीन है कि रिपोर्ट सही है। और हम ये भी मानते हैं कि जिनकी डॉटर्स कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जोन में हैं उन्हें इस तरह की कॉन्वर्सेशन में शामिल नहीं होना चाहिए।
इस खबर के सामने आते ही एस्टोविया ने सारी फ्लाइट्स रद्द कर दी। वो कंट्री में फंसे सैकड़ों अमेरिकन में से एक है। मैं बस एक और दिन वेट करने के लिए कह रहा हूं मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट। आइए पहले डिप्लोमेसी ट्राई करते हैं।
लेकिन अफसोस सर, डिप्लोमेसी का टाइम खत्म हो गया है। अब हमें जवाब चाहिए, जाओ या मत जाओ।
अगर हम गलत हैं
सर, 24 आवर्स से भी कम टाइम में हम एक बिल्कुल अलग फैसले पर विचार करेंगे।
जाओ।
यस सर।
थैंक यू ब्रेट।
मिस्टर बार्न्स, तुरंत आ जाने के लिए शुक्रिया।
कोई बात नहीं। वो कैसे है?
वो आप खुद ही देख लीजिए।
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, आज हमने एस्टोविया पर मिलिट्री एक्शन करने का फैसला किया है। इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट्स पर बेस्ड एक प्रीएम्प्टिव स्ट्राइक से ये पता चला है कि दुश्मन स्टेट न्यूक्लियर कैपेबिलिटी विकसित करने के कगार पर है। हमने एस्टोविया के नेताओं से अनुमति मांगी कि क्या हमारी रिपोर्ट्स गलत हैं। उन्होंने मना कर दिया।
सर,
अभी जब मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूं, हमारी वायु और जमीनी फौज अपने पूरे एक्शन में है। ईश्वर सब पर कृपा करें, और यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका पर भी।
सर, मिस्टर बार्न्स आए।
जैस्पर जैस्पर, कैसे हैं आप?
मैं ठीक हूं सर।
जेनी कैसी है?
वो अच्छी है, आपको याद कर रही थी और अपनी पीएचडी पूरी कर रही है वो इस वक्त।
वाह, बहुत बड़ी बात है। हैं? तुम्हें बहुत गर्व होता होगा। पुरानी बातों को भुला दो। हैं?
ये बताइए आप कैसे हैं?
मुझे मालूम है कि हर किसी को लगता है कि मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया, पर मैं ठीक हूँ।
तो आप पुरानी स्पीचेस देखते रहते हैं?
अपना मेमोयर लिख रहा हूँ। पास्ट को देखने से हेल्प मिल जाती है, और एक शख्स है जो इस सब को ऑर्गेनाइज करने में मेरी हेल्प करेगा। मैं अभी तक रेड वाले पार्ट पर पहुंचा हूँ। देखो, सभी इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट से पता चलता है कि एस्टोविया एक लैब बना रहा था जिसमें वो वेपन्स ग्रेड यूरेनियम को रिफाइन कर सकते थे। इसलिए मैंने लैब को खत्म करने के इंस्ट्रक्शंस दिए हैं। मुश्किल वक्त था।
आपको पता नहीं चलता कि वो रिपोर्ट्स असल में फेक थी?
आपको पता था जैस्पर।
मैं बस एक और दिन वेट करने के लिए कह रहा हूँ मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट। आइए पहले डिप्लोमेसी ट्राई करते हैं। नहीं, ये सच नहीं है। मुझे नहीं पता था कि वो ऑथेंटिक है या नहीं, इसीलिए मैं उनकी और जांच करवाना चाहता था। एडवाइजर्स के पास डाउट करने की छूट होती है, आपके पास वो छूट नहीं थी और आपको फैसला लेना पड़ा।
तो और क्या खबर आप सुन रहे हैं?
अभी तक अफवाहें हैं कि एक बड़ा डॉक्यूमेंट डंप आ रहा है।
और कुछ अफवाह एस्टोविया के बारे में होगी, और रेड की भी।
मैंने कहा ना सर, ये सिर्फ अफवाहें हैं।
अभी तक ड्रिंक को हाथ नहीं लगाया।
वो अभी 11 भी नहीं बजे हैं, तो मेरे लिए थोड़ा जल्दी है।
सुबह के 11 बजे हैं?
हाँ।
मुझे लगा कि
सब एजेंट केहल ने बताया कि आपको कुछ अजीब से सपने दिख रहे हैं।
हाँ, दिख रहे हैं। मुझे बुरे सपने दिख रहे हैं, लेकिन ऐसे भी कुछ पल हैं जब मैं बहुत कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ। कल रात मैंने खुद को एक बांध में पाया। वहां मैंने किसी को देखा, पर क्या वो एक सपना था या मेरे दिमाग का कोई फितूर था।
सो क्या आपको लगता है किसी से बातचीत करने से आपको हेल्प मिलेगी?
जैस्पर।
ओ, मतलब कि जैसे कि डॉक्टर डावरो।
एलियट।
मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, डॉक्टर डावरो।
मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट।
डॉक्टर डावरो, आप विट्स के लिए बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं।
थैंक यू सर, सपोर्ट के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका।
मैंने आपकी किताब पढ़ी। आपकी इनसाइट से मैं बहुत इम्प्रेस हुआ कि जो घायल होते हैं वो कभी कभी सीरियसली।
जी सर।
हाँ, वो वही हैं जो चोट लगने से पहले थे। आपने ऐसा ही कुछ कहा था। ये कोई बुरा आइडिया नहीं है। एलिनर को खोने पर उससे मुझे सांत्वना मिली।
मैं इंतजाम करता हूँ।
हे श्री।
थैंक यू। हे विल, बाहर मेरे दोस्त मेरा वेट कर। ठीक है, चलो।
हे, यूजुअल दूं?
मैं इतना प्रेडिक्टेबल हूँ।
मैं यहाँ पिछले 1 साल से हूँ और आपने सिर्फ 2 चीजें ली हैं, वो है स्टिल वाटर और ग्रिल्ड सैल्मन।
आज मैं जिंदगी जीने वाला हूँ। मुझे बियर दो और ग्रिल्ड सैल्मन। बियर तुम चूज करो।
वाह, आज बगावत। जरा पीछे देखिए, आपको कोई देख रहा है।
रेचल।
हेलो एलियट। आदत से मजबूर है ना? क्या खा रहे हैं ये? सैमन?
जिमी, ये है मेरी एक्स वाइफ रेचल।
क्या लाऊं आपके लिए?
मैं एक वाइट राम लूंगी।
शो।
ओह माय गॉड, तुम यहाँ क्या कर रही हो? किसी असाइनमेंट के लिए आई हो?
नहीं, एक्चुअली मैं प्रेसिडेंट की मदद करने आई हूँ उनके मेमोर में।
तुम्हें तो इस आदमी से नफरत थी, अब क्या हो गया? इतनी ज्यादा बदल गई हो तुम।
मैं नहीं बदली। एक्चुअली मेरा नाम भेजा गया और वेनराइट ने अप्रूव किया और पब्लिशर भी इम्प्रेस थे, इसलिए मैं यहाँ हूँ। उस बूढ़े के साथ नरमी बरतने का मेरा कोई प्लान नहीं है। मैं इतनी भी नहीं बदली, और ना ही तुम्हारे कपड़े।
मैंने इन्हें धो लिया है।
किसी को कॉल करना है?
नहीं, वेट कर सकता हूँ।
बैठ सकती हूँ?
बैठो ना प्लीज।
ये रही ड्रिंक।
थैंक यू।
चीयर्स।
चीयर्स।
सरप्राइज के लिए।
तो तुम अभी भी यहीं हो?
हाँ।
लिटिल बर्ड ने बताया कि तुम शायद न्यूयॉर्क जाने वाले हो।
मैंने इरादा बदल लिया है। अभी मॉरिस फिल्म में पढ़ा रहा हूँ।
मॉरिसवेल?
हाँ।
एलियट, रियली? वो तो कम्युनिटी कॉलेज के एक स्टेप ऊपर है।
अरे नहीं,
तुम जहाँ चाहो वहाँ काम कर सकते हो। तुम इसलिए नहीं पढ़ा रहे कि तुम्हें ही पसंद है, बल्कि छिपने के लिए पढ़ा रहे हो। 3 सालों तक तुमने सिर्फ इस जगह को छोड़ने की बात की है।
या
आई एम सॉरी।
अरे नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं। तुम्हें
देखते हैं तुम हो कौन। ये सपना था।
रुकिए मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, मैं हूँ नेथन मेलोन।
नेथन?
हाँ, और ब्रेट।
मैं हूँ मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट।
लाइट ऑन करो।
हाँ।
मैं यहाँ क्या कर रहा हूँ?
सर, यही पता करने हम यहाँ आए हैं।
शायद मैंने किसी को यहाँ देखा।
सर, ये तो पॉसिबल नहीं है। अगर कोई यहाँ आता तो हमें पता चल जाता। आपने शायद फिर कोई सपना देखा होगा।
हाँ वो, लेकिन वो रियल भी था। मैंने खिड़की से बाहर देखा तो कोई वहां पर था। आई एम सॉरी बॉयज। मैं उठाता हूं। वापस घर में जाता हूं।
ठीक है
सर।
नहीं, मैं ठीक हूं। सॉरी बॉयज।
हमें ये पक्का करना चाहिए कि घर में और बारूद ना हो।
नहीं, ऐसा नहीं कर सकते।
जब मैं यहाँ आया था तो मैं उनके लिए गोली खाने के लिए तैयार था, ना कि उनसे।
तुम चिंता मत करो, वो ठीक हो जाएंगे। ठीक है?
जब ऑफिस में थे तभी ऐसे ही थे?
नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं।
मिस्टर बांस को कॉल करना चाहिए।
मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, आपको डिसीजन लेना ही होगा सर। पिछले 5 हफ्तों से इंटेलिजेंस एस्ट्रोविया में इस लैब के कंस्ट्रक्शन पर नजर रख रही है और अब ये बनकर तैयार होने वाली है।
क्या हम इस बारे में श्योर हैं जैस्पर?
नहीं सर, हम श्योर नहीं हैं।
रिपोर्ट्स के मुताबिक फोटोग्राफ्स में जो लैब है वो अगले 48 आवर्स में पूरी तरह से ऑपरेशनल हो जाएगी सर।
उनके मुताबिक, पर अभी तक कंफर्म नहीं है।
हम कंफर्मेशन का वेट करते रहेंगे और एस्ट्रोविया के पास कुछ ही दिनों में फिसल यूरेनियम होगा।
अगर रिपोर्ट सही हुई तो?
ये अगर बहुत बड़ा है।
हाँ सर है, लेकिन हमें यकीन है कि रिपोर्ट सही है। और हम ये भी मानते हैं कि जिनकी डॉटर्स कॉन्फ्लिक्ट जोन में हैं उन्हें इस तरह की कॉन्वर्सेशन में शामिल नहीं होना चाहिए।
इस खबर के सामने आती ही एस्ट्रोविया ने सारी फ्लाइट्स रद्द कर दी। वो कंट्री में फंसे सैकड़ों अमेरिकन में से एक है। मैं बस एक और दिन वेट करने के लिए कह रहा हूं मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट। आइए पहले डिप्लोमेसी ट्राई करते हैं।
लेकिन अफसोस सर, डिप्लोमेसी का टाइम खत्म हो गया है। अब हमें जवाब चाहिए, जाओ या मत जाओ।
अगर हम गलत हैं
सर 24 आवर्स से भी कम टाइम में हम एक बिल्कुल अलग फैसले पर विचार करेंगे।
जाओ।
यस सर।
थैंक यू ब्रेट।
मिस्टर बार्न्स, तुरंत आ जाने के लिए शुक्रिया।
कोई बात नहीं। वो कैसे है?
वो आप खुद ही देख लीजिए।
लेडीज एंड जेंटलमैन, आज हमने एस्टोविया पर मिलिट्री एक्शन करने का फैसला किया है। इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट्स पर बेस्ड एक प्रीएम्प्टिव स्ट्राइक से ये पता चला है कि दुश्मन स्टेट न्यूक्लियर कैपेबिलिटी विकसित करने के कगार पर है। हमने एस्टोविया के नेताओं से अनुमति मांगी कि क्या हमारी रिपोर्ट्स गलत हैं। उन्होंने मना कर दिया।
सर,
अभी जब मैं आपसे बात कर रहा हूं, हमारी वायु और जमीनी फौज अपने पूरे एक्शन में है। ईश्वर सब पर कृपा करें, और यूनाइटेड स्टेट्स ऑफ अमेरिका पर भी।
सर, मिस्टर बार्न्स आए।
जैस्पर जैस्पर, कैसे हैं आप?
मैं ठीक हूँ सर।
जेनी कैसी है?
वो अच्छी है, आपको याद कर रही थी और अपनी पीएचडी पूरी कर रही है वो इस वक्त।
वाह, बहुत बड़ी बात है। हैं? तुम्हें बहुत गर्व होता होगा। पुरानी बातों को भुला दो। हैं?
ये बताइए आप कैसे हैं?
मुझे मालूम है कि हर किसी को लगता है कि मेरा दिमाग खराब हो गया, पर मैं ठीक हूँ।
तो आप पुरानी स्पीचेस देखते रहते हैं?
अपना मेमोयर लिख रहा हूँ। पास्ट को देखने से हेल्प मिल जाती है, और एक शख्स है जो इस सब को ऑर्गेनाइज करने में मेरी हेल्प करेगा। मैं अभी तक रेड वाले पार्ट पर पहुंचा हूँ। देखो, सभी इंटेलिजेंस रिपोर्ट से पता चलता है कि एस्टोविया एक लैब बना रहा था जिसमें वो वेपन्स ग्रेड यूरेनियम को रिफाइन कर सकते थे। इसलिए मैंने लैब को खत्म करने के इंस्ट्रक्शंस दिए हैं। मुश्किल वक्त था।
आपको पता नहीं चलता कि वो रिपोर्ट्स असल में फेक थी?
आपको पता था जैस्पर।
मैं बस एक और दिन वेट करने के लिए कह रहा हूँ मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट। आइए पहले डिप्लोमेसी ट्राई करते हैं। नहीं, ये सच नहीं है। मुझे नहीं पता था कि वो ऑथेंटिक है या नहीं, इसीलिए मैं उनकी और जांच करवाना चाहता था। एडवाइजर्स के पास डाउट करने की छूट होती है, आपके पास वो छूट नहीं थी और आपको फैसला लेना पड़ा।
तो और क्या खबर आप सुन रहे हैं?
अभी तक अफवाहें हैं कि एक बड़ा डॉक्यूमेंट डंप आ रहा है।
और कुछ अफवाह एस्टोविया के बारे में होगी, और रेड की भी।
मैंने कहा ना सर, ये सिर्फ अफवाहें हैं।
अभी तक ड्रिंक को हाथ नहीं लगाया।
वो अभी 11 भी नहीं बजे हैं, तो मेरे लिए थोड़ा जल्दी है।
सुबह के 11 बजे हैं?
हाँ।
मुझे लगा कि
सब एजेंट केहल ने बताया कि आपको कुछ अजीब से सपने दिख रहे हैं।
हाँ, दिख रहे हैं। मुझे बुरे सपने दिख रहे हैं, लेकिन ऐसे भी कुछ पल हैं जब मैं बहुत कंफ्यूज हो जाता हूँ। कल रात मैंने खुद को एक बांध में पाया। वहां मैंने किसी को देखा, पर क्या वो एक सपना था या मेरे दिमाग का कोई फितूर था?
सब, क्या आपको लगता है किसी से बातचीत करने से आपको हेल्प मिलेगी?
जैस्पर।
ओ, मतलब कि जैसे कि डॉक्टर डावरो।
एलियट?
मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट, डॉक्टर डावरो।
मिस्टर प्रेसिडेंट।
डॉक्टर डावरो, आप विट्स के लिए बहुत अच्छा काम कर रहे हैं।
थैंक यू सर, सपोर्ट के लिए बहुत बहुत शुक्रिया आपका।
मैंने आपकी किताब पढ़ी, आपकी इनसाइट से मैं बहुत इम्प्रेस हुआ कि जो घायल होते हैं वो कभी कभी सीरियसली।
जी सर।
हाँ, वो वही हैं जो चोट लगने से पहले थे। आपने ऐसा ही कुछ कहा था। ये कोई बुरा आइडिया नहीं है। एलिनर को खोने पर उससे मुझे सांत्वना मिली।
मैं इंतजाम करता हूँ।
हे श्री।
थैंक यू। हे विल, मुझे नहीं जाना होगा। बाहर मेरे दोस्त मेरा वेट कर रहे हैं। ठीक है, चलो।
हे, यूजुअल दूं?
मैं इतना प्रेडिक्टेबल हूँ।
मैं यहाँ पिछले 1 साल से हूँ और आपने सिर्फ 2 चीजें ली हैं, वो है स्टिल वाटर और ग्रिल्ड सैल्मन।
आज मैं जिंदगी जीने वाला हूँ। मुझे बियर दो और ग्रिल्ड सैल्मन। बियर तुम चूज करो।
वाह, आज बगावत। जरा पीछे देखिए, आपको कोई देख रहा है।
रेचल।
हेलो एलियट। आदत से मजबूर है ना? क्या खा रहे हैं ये? सैमन?
जिमी, ये है मेरी एक्स वाइफ रेचल।
क्या लाऊं आपके लिए?
मैं एक वाइट राम लूंगी।
ओह माय गॉड, तुम यहाँ क्या कर रही हो? किसी असाइनमेंट के लिए आई हो?
नहीं, एक्चुअली मैं प्रेसिडेंट की मदद करने आई हूँ उनके मेमोर में।
तुम्हें तो इस आदमी से नफरत थी, अब क्या हो गया? इतनी ज्यादा बदल गई हो तुम।
मैं नहीं बदली। एक्चुअली मेरा नाम भेजा गया और वेन राइट ने अप्रूव किया और पब्लिशर भी इम्प्रेस थे, इसलिए मैं यहाँ हूँ। उस बूढ़े के साथ नरमी बरतने का मेरा कोई प्लान नहीं है। मैं इतनी भी नहीं बदली, और ना ही तुम्हारे कपड़े।
मैंने इन्हें धो लिया है।
किसी को कॉल करना है?
नहीं, वेट कर सकता हूँ।
बैठ सकती हूँ?
बैठो ना प्लीज।
ये रही ड्रिंक।
थैंक यू।
चीयर्स।
चीयर्स।
सरप्राइज के लिए।
तो तुम अभी भी यहीं हो?
हाँ।
लिटिल बर्ड ने बताया कि तुम शायद न्यूयॉर्क जाने वाले हो।
मैंने इरादा बदल लिया है। अभी मॉरिस फिल्म में पढ़ा रहा हूँ।
मॉरिसवेल?
हाँ।
एलियट, रियली? वो तो कम्युनिटी कॉलेज की एक स्टेप ऊपर है।
अरे नहीं,
तुम जहाँ चाहो वहाँ काम कर सकते हो। तुम इसलिए नहीं पढ़ा रहे कि तुम्हें ही पसंद है, बल्कि छिपने के लिए पढ़ा रहे हो। 3 सालों तक तुमने सिर्फ इस जगह को छोड़ने की बात की है।
या
I'm sorry.
अरे नहीं, बिल्कुल भी नहीं। तुम्हें
Ladies and gentlemen, today I want to speak to you about a powerful concept that lies at the very core of our existence: relationships. But not just any relationships. I'm talking about the kind of relationships that sustain us, that strengthen us, that build us into the people we are meant to become. And there is one kind of relationship that I want to focus on today: friendship. Friendship is a reflection of your true self. It is in the presence of friends that we often discover who we really are, not through solitary moments of reflection, but through interaction with those who see us in our most vulnerable, raw, and unguarded state. In the company of friends, our true character is revealed, and it is in these relationships that we come to understand not only how others perceive us, but also how we perceive ourselves. We live in a world that often emphasizes the importance of self-reliance and independence, encouraging individuals to look inward and rely on their own strength. While self-awareness and self-confidence are vital, the truth is that we cannot fully understand ourselves in isolation. The human experience is not meant to be lived alone. We are designed to be in relationships, and it is through these relationships that we find the opportunity to see ourselves more clearly. When we are alone, we may have a narrow perspective of who we are, shaped by our own biases, insecurities, and limited experiences. But when we engage with others, when we open ourselves up to authentic relationships, we are given the chance to view ourselves through different lenses. Friends see us in ways we cannot always see ourselves. They witness our strengths, our vulnerabilities, our flaws, and our potential. In many ways, the friendships we cultivate reflect the person we truly are, our character, our values, and our beliefs. The beauty of friendship lies in its authenticity. A true friend does not only celebrate our successes with us, they also stand by us in our moments of struggle. A true friend does not just cheer us on when we win, but they help us when we fall. They see the entirety of who we are, the good, the bad, and everything in between, and choose to love us anyway. It is through these moments of honesty and vulnerability that we begin to understand our own identity. We realize that we are more than our achievements or our failures. We are more than the roles we play in society. We are multifaceted, complex beings, and true friendships provide the space for us to explore those facets of ourselves. The way we relate to others often mirrors the way we relate to ourselves. When we have a healthy understanding of our own value and worth, we attract friends who reflect that self-awareness. Conversely, if we struggle with insecurity or low self-esteem, we may attract relationships that reinforce those negative perceptions of ourselves. The people we choose to surround ourselves with often serve as mirrors, reflecting back to us the beliefs and values we hold about ourselves. A man with no friends may believe that he can live in isolation, that he can define himself without the need for others. But without friends, without meaningful relationships, a person may never truly discover their full potential. In isolation, it is easy to fall prey to self-doubt and negative self-talk. But a true friend acts as a counterbalance to those inner voices, offering encouragement and perspective when we cannot see beyond our own limitations. A man without friends may struggle to see his own worth, to recognize his strengths, or to feel truly understood. He may walk through life disconnected from the reflection of his own value. In friendship, we learn not only about others, but about ourselves. We discover how we respond to challenges, how we handle conflict, how we give and receive love. Our friendships reflect our ability to trust, to be vulnerable, and to be generous with our time and energy. A true friend is not merely someone who enjoys our company, they are someone who helps us become the best version of ourselves. They push us to grow, to evolve, and to become more than we were before we met them. Through their support, their challenges, and their love, we are given the opportunity to see ourselves in a new light. Friendships reveal the areas in which we need to grow. A friend who is willing to speak truth into our lives, even when it is uncomfortable, is one of the greatest gifts we can have. It is in these moments of honest reflection that we are challenged to confront the parts of ourselves that need transformation. A true friend will not simply affirm us in our weaknesses, but will encourage us to rise above them, to reach for something higher. They will help us to see the possibilities within ourselves that we may have missed. And in this process, we begin to reflect the best version of who we are. We must understand that our friendships are not just about what we can give to others, but also what they give to us. They provide us with the opportunity to see ourselves as we truly are, to acknowledge our strengths and weaknesses, and to grow. They show us the parts of ourselves that we might not have been able to see in the mirror. In many ways, our friends hold up a mirror that reflects not just our face, but our character, our soul, and our potential. They are the ones who remind us of our value when we forget. And they are the ones who encourage us to keep going when we want to give up. Friendship is not merely a relationship between two people. It is a partnership in self-discovery. It is in the company of friends that we learn to understand and embrace who we truly are. We see our strengths and weaknesses, our dreams and fears, our successes and failures, and we begin to realize that all of these pieces come together to create the person we were always meant to be. And that is the true power of friendship. It reflects the best of who we are, even when we cannot see it ourselves. True friends challenge and help you grow. At the heart of genuine friendship is the transformative power it holds in helping individuals evolve into the best version of themselves. True friendship is not about mere companionship, but about the kind of relationship that pushes us beyond our comfort zones and encourages us to stretch toward greater potential. It is a relationship that does not allow us to remain stagnant, but motivates us to take risks, make difficult decisions, and step into the unknown with confidence. When we look at the people who have had the most significant impact on our lives, we often find that they are the ones who challenged us the most. True friends do not merely affirm us when we succeed, they are the ones who confront us when we are wrong, when we are stuck in our own limitations, and when we fail to see the bigger picture. They hold us accountable not to the standards of others, but to the potential they see in us. They challenge us to go further, to be better, and to push past the boundaries we've set for ourselves. This kind of challenge is not always comfortable. It can feel difficult, sometimes even painful, because it often requires us to confront our own flaws, fears, and insecurities. True friends know us well enough to understand the areas in which we need to grow, and they aren't afraid to bring these areas to light, even when it's uncomfortable. They do not simply accept us as we are, they encourage us to improve, to evolve, and to grow into the person we are capable of becoming. They see the best version of ourselves, sometimes even before we can, and they refuse to let us settle for anything less. Consider the moments when a friend challenged you in ways that felt jarring, but ultimately pushed you to become better. Maybe it was a friend who told you the truth about a behavior or attitude you had been blind to, or someone who encouraged you to pursue a goal you thought was impossible. Perhaps it was a friend who helped you recognize that you were selling yourself short, that you were capable of more than you believed. Those moments, while difficult, were often the moments that sparked growth, self-awareness, and change. True friendship does not merely provide comfort, it also provides a mirror. It shows us the parts of ourselves that we cannot see on our own. It is easy to become complacent in our lives, to fall into patterns of behavior or thinking that limit our growth. Friends help us break free from these patterns by providing honest feedback, offering alternative perspectives, and encouraging us to challenge our own beliefs and assumptions. A true friend will not simply tell us what we want to hear, they will tell us what we need to hear, even if it's difficult to hear. And in doing so, they help us become better, more aware individuals. This kind of challenge is a key component of personal growth. Without it, we risk remaining stagnant, never truly testing the limits of our abilities or stepping into the fullness of who we can become. When we surround ourselves with people who only affirm us in our comfort zones, we limit our potential. But when we have friends who encourage us to take risks, who challenge us to grow, we unlock new possibilities for ourselves. We begin to see that we are capable of more than we ever imagined, and that our potential is not bound by the limitations we place on ourselves. Friendship, in its deepest form, is a partnership in growth. Both people in the relationship are committed to helping each other become better. They celebrate each other's successes, but also help each other learn from mistakes. They are not only sources of encouragement, but also sources of correction, not because they want to tear each other down, but because they are invested in each other's development. They understand that true friendship is about mutual growth, not merely about shared experiences or surface-level connection. The process of growth often requires us to let go of old habits, outdated thinking, and limiting beliefs. A true friend will not only help us identify those things, but will also support us as we make the necessary changes. They won't allow us to stay in our comfort zones for too long. They will push us to confront our fears and take the next step forward, even when we are uncertain or scared. They will stand by us when we fall, but they will also encourage us to get back up, learn from the experience, and keep moving forward. One of the greatest gifts of true friendship is the courage it gives us to pursue our dreams, even when those dreams seem impossible. A friend who believes in us, even when we don't believe in ourselves, has the power to ignite our passion and drive. They help us see the possibilities in our lives, even when we are blinded by doubt. Their encouragement and belief in us often become the fuel we need to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead is uncertain. When the road is difficult and the obstacles seem insurmountable, a true friend reminds us of why we started and helps us keep our eyes on the prize. But this growth is not just about achieving external goals or succeeding in the eyes of others. True growth also involves becoming more self-aware, understanding our emotions, and building healthier relationships with ourselves and others. It is about becoming the person we are meant to be, a person who is aligned with their values, their purpose, and their inner truth. True friends help us in this journey by supporting us as we discover who we truly are, what we truly want, and what is truly important in life. Friendship is a constant challenge to grow. It is about more than just sharing good times and supporting each other through hard times. It is about pushing each other to evolve, to break through limitations, and to pursue greatness. True friends refuse to allow us to stay stagnant. They challenge us, they confront us, and they encourage us to rise above. Through these challenges, we grow, we become more of who we were always meant to be, and we begin to reflect the best version of ourselves. A man without friends is like a tree without roots. When we think of a tree, we imagine its branches reaching for the sky, its leaves providing shade, and its trunk standing firm against the winds. But what we often forget is that a tree's ability to stand tall, to grow, and to thrive depends on its roots. The roots are hidden from view, but they are the source of the tree's strength. They provide stability, nourishment, and connection to the life-giving soil. Without roots, the tree is vulnerable, fragile, and unable to withstand the harsh conditions of the environment. In the same way, a man without friends is disconnected from the sources of his strength. He may appear to be standing tall on the outside, but internally he is at risk of being uprooted by life's challenges. Friendship serves as the root system that sustains us through the storms of life. In moments of difficulty, it is the friendships we have cultivated that provide us with the stability and nourishment we need to survive and grow. Just as a tree relies on its roots to anchor it to the earth, we rely on the support, love, and guidance of our friends to keep us grounded when the winds of adversity blow. A man who lacks these relationships is like a tree that is easily toppled by a storm, unable to find firm footing when life becomes turbulent. The importance of friendship is often underestimated. In a world that values individual achievement and self-reliance, it can be easy to forget how essential our connections with others are to our well-being. We are social creatures by nature, designed to live in relationship with one another. Friendships offer us the sense of belonging and community that are vital to our emotional and mental health. A man without friends, by contrast, is isolated. He may find temporary solace in his solitude, but over time, that isolation can erode his sense of self-worth and leave him vulnerable to feelings of loneliness, despair, and confusion. Just as a tree's roots connect it to the earth, friendships connect us to our own humanity. They remind us that we are not alone in the world, that we are seen, heard, and valued. A true friend offers a listening ear, a comforting presence, and a shoulder to lean on. They are the ones who know us deeply, our strengths, our flaws, our dreams, and our fears, and yet they accept us just as we are. They help us see ourselves from a different perspective, offering us the clarity we need when we are lost in confusion or self-doubt. A man without friends lacks this kind of connection. He may go through life feeling invisible, unnoticed, and disconnected from the very essence of who he is. The role of friendship in our lives extends far beyond emotional support. Friendships serve as a source of wisdom, guidance, and accountability. Just as a tree's roots draw nutrients from the soil to sustain the tree's growth, our friendships provide us with the nourishment we need to grow spiritually, intellectually, and emotionally. Through the counsel of our friends, we gain new insights, broaden our understanding, and learn to navigate the complexities of life. A man without friends lacks this crucial support system. He is left to navigate life's challenges on his own, often without the perspective, guidance, or encouragement that come from meaningful relationships. Friendships provide us with a sense of purpose. Just as a tree's roots help it thrive by reaching deep into the soil, our friendships give us a deeper connection to our sense of purpose and meaning in life. Friends encourage us to pursue our passions, to follow our dreams, and to strive for the highest good. They remind us of our worth when we forget, and they celebrate our victories when we succeed. Without friends, a man can easily lose sight of his goals, become discouraged and settle for less than what he is capable of achieving. His sense of purpose becomes diminished, and he may find himself drifting aimlessly through life. The strength of a man without friends is ultimately an illusion. He may appear strong and self-sufficient on the outside, but on the inside he is fragile. Just as a tree's roots anchor it to the earth, friendships anchor us to reality. They offer us the stability we need to withstand the challenges and difficulties that life inevitably brings. Without this support system, a man may find himself adrift, unmoored from the people and values that provide him with a sense of direction. He may struggle to find his place in the world, unsure of his worth or purpose, and ultimately unable to reach his full potential. A man without friends is vulnerable not only to external challenges, but also to internal struggles. We all have moments of self-doubt, fear, and insecurity. It is during these times that the support of friends is most crucial. Friends help us process our emotions, work through our difficulties, and stay grounded in our sense of self. They offer a safe space for us to express our fears, doubts, and vulnerabilities without fear of judgment. A man without friends lacks this essential support. He may try to deal with his struggles alone, but over time, that isolation can lead to emotional and mental exhaustion. Friendship is the root system that gives our lives depth, meaning, and purpose. Without it, we are like a tree without roots, fragile, vulnerable, and disconnected from the very things that give us strength and stability. The relationships we build with others are the foundation upon which we stand, and it is through these relationships that we find the support, guidance, and encouragement we need to thrive. A man who has no friends is missing the most important source of strength that life has to offer. Friendship is not about quantity, but depth of connection. In a world that often places value on numbers and superficial achievements, it is easy to get caught up in the belief that having many friends equates to having a rich and fulfilling life. Social media has further exacerbated this misconception, where the number of followers or friends on an account is often seen as a measure of one's worth or popularity. However, true fulfillment in friendship comes not from the number of people in your life, but from the depth and authenticity of the relationships you cultivate. A deep connection with a few people is far more valuable than shallow interactions with many. True friendship is about genuine understanding, trust, and support. It is about being seen and heard for who you truly are, without the need for masks or pretenses. When you have deep connections with a few friends, you are not worried about impressing them or curating a perfect image of yourself. You can be vulnerable, share your struggles, and express your true feelings without fear of judgment. These are the kinds of friendships that offer profound emotional support because they are built on mutual respect, acceptance, and love. In contrast, superficial friendships often revolve around surface-level conversations and the desire to be liked, leaving no room for true connection or emotional depth. The quality of your friendships is far more important than the quantity. It is easy to become overwhelmed by the pressure to maintain a wide circle of friends, especially in a society that constantly promotes the idea of being socially active and well-connected. Yet, the emotional energy required to maintain many shallow relationships can be draining, and ultimately it leaves little room for the meaningful, deep connections that truly nourish your soul. When you invest in a few genuine friendships, you create space for intimacy, understanding, and shared growth. These friendships are the ones that stand the test of time because they are rooted in real connection, not in convenience or external validation. A deep connection with a friend goes beyond the simple act of spending time together. It involves a mutual investment in each other's lives, a shared commitment to support, encourage, and challenge one another. These friendships provide a safe space for vulnerability, where you can express your deepest fears, dreams, and struggles without fear of rejection. True friends are those who are there for you not just during the good times, but also during the most challenging moments of your life. They are the ones who offer a shoulder to cry on, who listen without judgment, and who offer constructive advice when needed. It is in these deep relationships that we truly find our sense of belonging and acceptance. Shallow friendships often lack this depth of connection. They may revolve around casual encounters where people meet for a quick coffee or chat without ever truly getting to know one another. These relationships often remain on the surface, focused on small talk and surface-level topics, rather than the deep and meaningful conversations that reveal the true nature of a person. While such friendships can provide temporary companionship and entertainment, they do not offer the emotional nourishment or the support needed to navigate life's challenges. In shallow friendships, there is often an underlying sense of competition or comparison. In a world where many people are focused on projecting an idealized version of their lives, it can be difficult to form genuine connections based on authenticity. People in shallow friendships may feel the need to compete for attention, validation, or status, rather than celebrating each other's successes and supporting each other through challenges. This dynamic can create tension and undermine the possibility of forming truly meaningful relationships. In contrast, deep friendships are grounded in mutual respect and a desire for one another's growth and happiness. They are free from competition, and instead, they foster a sense of shared success and joy. True friendship is also about shared values and understanding. When you have a deep connection with someone, you not only understand each other's struggles and dreams, but you also align in terms of your core beliefs and values. This shared understanding creates a bond that transcends time and distance. You are able to support one another, not just because you care about each other, but because you both share a common vision for the kind of people you want to be and the life you want to live. These values act as the foundation upon which the friendship is built, providing a strong framework for mutual support and growth. In deep friendships, there is a sense of security and trust that allows both individuals to be their true selves without fear of judgment or rejection. This security is built over time through shared experiences, vulnerability, and consistent support. When you have a few close friends who truly understand you, you are able to navigate life's ups and downs with a sense of confidence, knowing that you have a solid support system behind you. You do not need to constantly prove yourself or seek validation because these friends already see you for who you truly are. They accept you with all your flaws and imperfections, and they encourage you to become the best version of yourself. On the other hand, in relationships that are based on superficiality or external validation, there is often a lack of trust and security. You may find yourself constantly questioning whether people truly accept you for who you are, or if they are simply interested in what you can offer them. This kind of uncertainty can create a sense of emotional instability, leaving you feeling isolated even when surrounded by others. Deep friendships, however, provide the emotional grounding necessary to feel secure and confident in your own worth. It is not the number of friends you have that matters, but the depth of the connection you share with them. A few close friends who understand and support you are far more valuable than a large group of acquaintances who offer little emotional depth or support. The depth of a friendship is what allows it to withstand the tests of time and the challenges of life. It is in these meaningful relationships that we find true emotional fulfillment, and they are the ones that help us grow, become better versions of ourselves, and face the difficulties of life with strength and courage. Friendship is a mirror that reflects who we truly are. In the way a mirror reveals every detail of our appearance, both good and bad, a true friendship reflects the essence of who we are, our strengths, our weaknesses, our character, and our potential. We often fail to realize that the friends we surround ourselves with play an integral role in helping us understand ourselves better. They are not just companions for our joy or supporters in our sorrow, they are mirrors that show us the truth about who we are, often providing insights we cannot see on our own. The beauty of friendship lies in its ability to help us reflect on our own character and behavior. A true friend does not merely affirm us in our faults, but rather challenges us to confront them. They do not simply echo our thoughts or reinforce our beliefs. Instead, they ask questions that make us think. They provide feedback that forces us to grow. In this way, friendships become mirrors that reflect back to us the aspects of ourselves we may have overlooked or refused to acknowledge. Whether it is a friend pointing out a blind spot in our behavior or challenging us to rise to a higher standard, these moments of reflection allow us to become more self-aware and ultimately more authentic. We are often unaware of the impact our actions and words have on others. In the absence of close friends, it is easy to continue through life with little regard for how we are perceived or how our behavior affects those around us. However, a true friend provides us with honest feedback, offering a mirror that shows us our own reflections. They are not afraid to speak the truth, even when it is uncomfortable. They will tell us when we are wrong, when we are being selfish, or when our actions do not align with our values. This kind of reflection is a powerful tool for growth. It helps us identify patterns in our behavior that may be holding us back or preventing us from becoming the person we are meant to be. In friendships, we are given a space to explore our identity and work through our personal challenges. True friends do not simply accept us as we are, they encourage us to become better, to strive for growth, and to reach for our fullest potential. Through their encouragement, we are able to look into the mirror of our own lives and see what we are capable of achieving. In the absence of such relationships, we may remain stagnant, never pushing ourselves to confront our weaknesses or to strive for the greatness that lies within us. Our friends serve as a mirror that reflects our potential, reminding us of who we can become when we choose to grow and evolve. Friendship also helps us understand the deeper aspects of our own character. It is easy to overlook our own flaws when we are surrounded by people who are afraid to confront us or challenge us. However, a true friend will never allow us to ignore the areas in which we need to improve. They will reflect our shortcomings, not with judgment or criticism, but with compassion and understanding. They will show us the parts of ourselves that we may not want to see, but need to confront in order to grow. Through this process of reflection, we are able to develop a deeper sense of self-awareness, which is essential for personal growth and transformation. In addition to reflecting our weaknesses, friendships also highlight our strengths. A true friend is able to see the potential within us, even when we cannot see it ourselves. They will encourage us when we doubt ourselves, reminding us of our capabilities and pushing us to take risks and pursue our dreams. This reflection of our strengths helps us recognize our value, especially during times when we feel uncertain or insecure. Friends are the mirrors that reflect back to us our worth and potential, helping us see ourselves as we truly are, not as we fear we might be. Through friendships, we are able to learn more about ourselves than we could on our own. We are often unaware of the ways in which our behaviors, attitudes, and beliefs shape the way we interact with the world. A true friend will challenge us to reflect on our actions and examine the motives behind them. They will not allow us to stay in a state of ignorance or denial, but will help us see the truth about ourselves, even if it is difficult to accept. In this way, friendships act as a mirror that shows us our true reflection, helping us grow into better versions of ourselves. Friendship provides the space for honest self-reflection, and it is through this reflection that we are able to cultivate personal growth. In the absence of such relationships, we may live in a constant state of uncertainty, unsure of who we are or what we stand for. Our friends help us navigate the complexities of life by offering insights and perspectives that we may not have considered. They challenge us to think critically about our beliefs, our goals, and our values, and in doing so, they help us become more intentional about the person we want to become. The role of friendship in self-discovery cannot be overstated. We often find ourselves in situations where we are uncertain of the next step, unsure of how to navigate challenges, or unsure of our place in the world. In these moments, our friends serve as a mirror that reflects our options, our strengths, and our weaknesses. They provide clarity when we are lost, offering guidance and perspective that helps us make informed decisions. In the process, we learn more about ourselves and gain the confidence to move forward. A true friend helps us see the bigger picture. They offer a perspective that we may not have considered, helping us gain clarity when we are caught up in the details of life. By reflecting our situation back to us, they help us recognize patterns, identify blind spots, and make decisions that align with our long-term goals. They challenge us to think beyond the immediate circumstances and to consider the broader implications of our actions. In this way, friendships are mirrors that not only reflect who we are in the moment, but also guide us toward the person we are becoming. The reflection that comes from friendship is not always easy to accept. It can be uncomfortable to confront the parts of ourselves that we would rather ignore or deny. However, it is through this process of reflection that we are able to grow and evolve. True friends are the mirrors that help us understand who we truly are, providing the clarity, guidance, and support we need to become the best versions of ourselves. A man without friends is like a ship without a rudder, aimlessly drifting through life, vulnerable to the unpredictable currents and storms that come his way. When we think about a ship, we realize that the rudder is what gives it direction. It guides the ship through rough seas, steering it toward its destination, and helping it navigate the obstacles that might otherwise cause it to crash. Without a rudder, a ship is at the mercy of the water, unable to control its movement, unsure of its course. In the same way, a man without friends is left adrift, directionless, and unanchored in the turbulent waters of life. Friendship is the rudder that helps us navigate through life. It provides us with direction, guiding us toward our goals and helping us stay on course, even when the winds of uncertainty blow in every direction. When we are surrounded by friends, we have the strength and support to face life's challenges. They provide us with clarity, perspective, and wisdom, helping us see situations in a new light and guiding us when we are lost. Just as a rudder helps a ship stay on course, friends help us stay focused on what truly matters and give us the courage to pursue our dreams and overcome obstacles. Without friends, a man can feel lost, unsure of his path, and overwhelmed by life's difficulties. The absence of meaningful relationships leaves a void that cannot easily be filled with material success, achievements, or possessions. A man may have the outward appearance of success, but if he lacks genuine connections with others, he is like a ship sailing in circles without a clear destination. A life without friends is a life without direction, and no matter how far a man may travel, he will never feel truly fulfilled or at peace without the guiding force of friendship. The importance of friends in giving direction to our lives cannot be overstated. Friends are the ones who listen to us, understand us, and help us clarify our thoughts when we are uncertain about our next steps. They help us set goals, stay focused on our aspirations, and hold us accountable to our values and ambitions. In times of doubt, they offer us encouragement and reassurance, reminding us of who we are and what we are capable of achieving. Without friends, a man is left to navigate life's challenges alone, with no one to provide guidance or offer support when the road gets tough. One of the most significant ways in which friendship serves as a rudder is in providing perspective. When we are caught up in the day-to-day struggles of life, it is easy to lose sight of the bigger picture. We can become so focused on our problems that we fail to see the opportunities around us or the lessons to be learned from our struggles. Friends help us step back and see things from a different perspective. They offer insights that we might not have considered and encourage us to look at situations with fresh eyes. In doing so, they help us regain our bearings and find the direction we need to move forward. A man without friends lacks this essential perspective. He may become consumed by his own worries, unable to see past his immediate challenges. He may struggle to find solutions to his problems, feeling overwhelmed and defeated. Without friends to provide guidance and offer a different viewpoint, a man may feel trapped in his own thoughts, unable to escape the cycle of self-doubt and uncertainty. Friendship provides the external perspective that helps break this cycle, offering the clarity and direction needed to move forward. In addition to offering perspective, friendship also provides emotional support and encouragement. A man without friends often faces life's challenges in isolation, carrying the weight of his burdens alone. This can lead to feelings of loneliness, despair, and emotional exhaustion. In contrast, friends offer a safe space for expressing emotions, sharing struggles, and seeking comfort. They remind us that we do not have to face difficulties alone, and they provide the strength and motivation to keep going when the road gets tough. The emotional support that friends offer acts as a stabilizing force, helping us stay grounded when everything around us seems to be falling apart. Without friends, a man may become emotionally unbalanced, unable to cope with the ups and downs of life. He may lack the resources to process his emotions or to seek help when he is struggling. This emotional isolation can be debilitating, leading to feelings of hopelessness and despair. But with friends, a man has the emotional tools to face life's challenges with resilience and strength. The presence of true friends gives him the confidence to keep moving forward, even in the face of adversity. Friends act as a mirror, reflecting back to us who we are and who we are becoming. Just as a rudder keeps a ship on course by providing guidance and direction, friends help us stay true to ourselves. They challenge us to become better versions of ourselves, to grow in character, and to live in alignment with our values. They offer feedback, constructive criticism, and encouragement that help us stay focused on our goals and continue to improve. A man without friends misses out on this crucial feedback, and as a result, he may lose sight of who he truly is or what he stands for. Friendship provides the clarity and direction needed to remain on course and to live a life of purpose and integrity. A ship that has no rudder is at the mercy of the sea, drifting aimlessly without a clear destination. In the same way, a man without friends is left adrift, without the support, guidance, and encouragement needed to navigate the challenges of life. Friendship is the rudder that gives direction, offering the stability, perspective, and emotional support necessary to face life with confidence. Without friends, a man is like a ship caught in a storm, tossed around by the waves, unsure of where he is going or how to get there. But with friends, he can sail through life with purpose, knowing that he is never alone and that he has the strength and support to reach his destination.